many leads have you messaged? Or how many have messaged you and you've never gotten around to replying? Or what if you had an employee who could respond instantly for you, day or night, and even book appointments for you? So drop an emoji in the chat if you have ever lost a lead because you weren't fast enough when it came time to reply. Speed to lead, they're the people that are winning in business. So as always, this is our weekly strategy with Sally. It's a little later than normal because, well, I was out on a photo shoot this morning for the a speaking gig that I've got. I'll tell you more about that later. As always, let's kick off with our theme song here inside of OmniSam, and I'll be back in 3.5 minutes as we wait for all our VIPs to jump in and join us.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
Welcome to our weekly strategy with Sally. I'm back. I was away last week. Wasn't a good one, but here I am back as always on our Tuesday. So can I ask you, how many leads have messaged you and you never get a reply? What if you had an employee who could respond instantly, day and night, and they can even book appointments in your calendar for you. Well, that's what today is all about. And welcome back to Strategy with Sally. This is week 2 of the OmniTEAMS AI Challenge, where we're going to be building out your AI dream team over the next 30 days. Now, last time on Strategy with Sally, you created your AI content team using OmniTEAMS Content AI to generate emails, blogs, social media posts, even your graphics, all to post automatically. And we dove into building out your brand voice guide so that your AI could write and sound just like you. But content alone will not grow your business, right? So this week, we're going to be activating your communications team powered by the Conversation AI. So, what's the number one way small businesses lose leads? What do you think it might be? And it's not pricing, and it's not competition. It's actually no one replies fast enough. There's a saying I always say, speed to lead. The faster you can reply to somebody's inquiry, the faster, the bigger opportunity you have of actually getting that lead to convert. So when a message comes in, what generally happens is, well, we're too busy. We're busy with our clients. We're busy doing what it is that we do day to day. And just like that, that hot lead can go cold. I mean, if they've got a roof that's leaking or a pipe that's burst, they're just going to keep messaging people until they get a reply, right? Has that ever happened to you where someone sent you a message and you eventually get around to it and you do reply, but they've found someone else? Tell me in the chat if that might be you. I can tell you I've done that in the past as well. I've missed leads and I've missed opportunities just through not getting there fast enough. Whoa, look at those. Sorry about that, Ma, who's editing the podcast right now. But my little pop-ups are massively huge. Let me fix that. Come on. Oh, now I've twisted it and everything. It's going to be on an angle. We're just going to stick with that today. We're going to stay on that angle. You know why? Imperfect action at its best. All right. So let me talk to you first about the power of having a conversation AI working for you day and night. Now, it's more than just a chatbot. I remember building out chatbots using ManyChat years ago, and you had to create lots of little decision points to make sure that they replied the right way. However, now what you can do inside of OmniSam is you can actually train your own digital employee. Now, this employee, it will respond instantly to people who are DMing you through Facebook, Messenger. The list goes on and on. Let's see if I can remember them all off the top of my head. SMSs, Facebook Messenger, Instagram DMs, web chat. So if you're using our web chat widgets, also SMS widgets and live chat and WhatsApp. So quite a few things, right? And it will respond instantly. It can also book appointments for you, and it can answer frequently asked questions. And it even knows when to hand it over to that beautiful human when it cannot help any further. Now, one of our users who actually turned it on, within the first 48 hours, they booked 3 new client appointments, hands-free. And the best part is right now, we actually have a winter price freeze for you. So you can head into your OmniSam account and you can activate the AI employee for free for 30 days. Then you can follow along all of our trainings. Go back to last week and have a look at last week's one on the content AI and setting up your brand voice. And then once you've done that, come back to this video and have a look at the conversation AI. It's just that simple. It's available inside of your OmniSam account. You just need to turn it on and it will be free for 30 days. Or if you're having any trouble, just email us at support@omnisam.com.au and our team will be there to help you. So imagine this. Someone messages you on Facebook and it's about 11 o'clock at night. You're probably off in dreamland or maybe thinking about going to dreamland if you're anything like me at 11 o'clock at night, saying to yourself, I should be asleep now. But your conversation AI replies. It answers questions that they have. It also qualifies them and then it books them straight into your calendar. I mean, then you wake up and you've got a new booking on your calendar and it all happened while you were sleeping. So, sound like a plan? Would you like to be able to turn this little sucker on? Yeah? Well, let me walk you through exactly how to make this magic happen. So, let's now head on over to my computer. Let me make sure I've got my screen up here. Oh, where did I put it? I hid it back here somewhere. Here we are. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, then come on over to YouTube and you'll be able to see the screen. So when you're logged in to OmniSam, you will see on your left-hand menu the AI agent button. Then I want you to come across to the conversation AI. Now, this is where you can create your conversation bot. So let's make one together. So when you click on create a bot, you can choose either the general Q&A or the appointment booking bot. If you choose the general one, you can actually still just turn on the appointment bot, right? So let's do the general Q&A one and hit continue. Now, the first section is to select your brand voice, and we went through this in our last OmniTEAMS training last fortnight. So you should have already set up your brand voice, and if not, then head back and watch last week's. And then once you've done that, you will click the next button. Now, on the next button, what you want to do is give your AI employee a name. So hey, hang on, come back here. Turn that off. Let's do that. I just knocked my Stream Deck, which we didn't mean to do. Sorry about that. Okay, so we've got to give it a name. Our bot's name is Samantha, so let's just call this one Sam. Okay, and I'll put the word test so that the team know that this isn't a real active bot. Now, under here, you can choose the preferred channels. So as you can see, there's Instagram, Facebook, SMS, chat widget, live chat widget, and WhatsApp. Then, if you want, you can make it your primary bot. I'm not going to do that because Samantha is our primary bot. And it says wait time for responding, and I've just set that automatically. It goes to 2 seconds, and just leave it at that. Now, your initial bot message, this is the first message that the bot will send to the user. And if you just leave it blank, it'll just make it up for you. Like, hi, how can I help you today? All right, so it's totally up to you. You only have a limit of 300 characters in that initial message. But like I said, if you just leave it blank, you'll just get a generic message saying something like, hi, can I help? How can I help you today? I'm then just going to click next. Now, once we move on to this screen, what you're going to see now is what is the goal of this bot. And I always have to collect their name, email, and a phone number. That way, I can reach out to them at any time. Now, here you'll see the custom questions and objectives. So here is where you can add questions to guide the conversation and collect essential information. So for example, here we have ask for their first name, and you'll see it's automatically mapped each of these for ask for their email and ask for their phone number. And you'll see over here on the right-hand side, it gets mapped to the contacts record for you. Pretty handy, right? All right. Now, if you've got other questions that you might like to ask them, for example, say you have, like one of our clients has she does herbal remedies for both horses and for dogs. So maybe she wants a question in there to segment them and, are you interested in horses or dogs or both for your herbal remedies? And then, of course, you could map it to a field. Now, here I always turn this on. If the bot recognizes that the fields are already filled, it will just skip asking those questions. But in order to be able to map it to a contact record, it will need an email or a phone number as well. Now, like I said, if you didn't choose the appointment booking starter, it's automatically turned off. However, if you want them to be able to book an appointment, you just click the appointment detail booking button on and you choose the calendar. So for us, it might be the intro call calendar, and you choose that calendar for the appointment to be booked. Now, you can also trigger a workflow that once they book the appointment, what workflow do you want them to move into? And we have a new sales call booking appointment type, but our workflows inside of the business in a box automatically already trigger when an appointment is booked to put them into a workflow. So if you're already using the business in a box, you don't need to trigger the workflow because we already have that all set up and triggered for you. Now, the other step here inside of the appointment booking section is, do you want to allow the bot to cancel the appointment? Yes, of course we do, if they reach out to us and can't make it, and allow the bot to reschedule the appointment as well. And then email notification settings, receive email notifications if the bot doesn't know how to answer, and we can turn that on. And then you can select where it goes. So for us, we would assign it to go to our support at OmniTEAMS email, support@omnisam.com.au. Then we click Save. Now, there are two different types of ways to allow the bot to respond. So the first way is suggestive. So what that will do is it won't automatically send messages, but you will see a little star button at the bottom of all your messages where it will suggest a prompt to use. So if you feel that you haven't yet trained your bot enough, you can use suggestive for now. And then when you're really happy with the way the bot is replying, then you can just turn it on to autopilot and all that beautifulness happens automatically for you. Now, I've just clicked on advanced settings so I can take you into the training area for this bot. And if you ever need to get back here, you just on the left-hand menu go right down to the bottom and you click on settings, and then under settings you will see the conversation AI right there. All right, so here for Sam, our bot that we're playing around with right now, Sam's currently turned off for conversations. We can turn it on for suggestive or turn it directly onto autopilot. Then we're just going to leave it on suggestive for now and click Save. Then you move along to the bot training. Now here in the bot training, this is where you can create a knowledge base. And we've created a knowledge base that's linked to our help.omnisam.com.au. You can create up to 7 different knowledge bases. But we've got everything on that website. I think there's like 150 different pages for that. So with your knowledge base, I'll take you in there in a moment, but let's just stay here in the bot training for a moment. So if you have not yet got your knowledge base, we'll jump into that one in a minute. Then coming across here to your brand voice. So last week I showed you how to set up that brand voice. You will also see the goals that we set up originally in that pop-up. They're all here, right? And under the appointment booking section, we can add in some extra things. So don't book appointments, only send a booking link if you want to. Pause bots' responses after booking, or transfer employee post booking. So after they've booked, send them to a human. Okay, now once you have set up all your bot goals, over here on the right-hand side, you can see a test window where you can start testing your bot. So I'm just going to go hi, and let's see what our little AI bot does. Now remember, we didn't give them a prompt to begin with, so they've just come up with a generic one. Hi there, what's on your mind today? To get started, could you please tell me your name? And then I'm just going to write in, my name is Sally. And let's see how Sam replies. Thanks, Sally. Nice to meet you. Could you please share your email? I'm just going to do Sally at, and my address, and then send. And it's probably going to ask me for a phone number next, because remember those three things. Let's see here. I'm sorry, I don't have enough information on that answer. I've notified the team and someone will get back to you. Okay, so you can see that it wasn't happy with that. So we will continue testing and training. Let's go, what is your name? And you know what? I don't even think I saved all of this bot instructions. That's probably why it's messing up as well. Hi there. Okay, so let's click save on that. And then under additional instructions. So here under additional instructions, this is where you can edit that initial greeting message. And then also you will see that there is lots of information, or a little bit, sorry, of information in here that will guide the conversation. And you can have up to 2,000 characters in here. And these are the things that generically come into the additional instructions. So let's head on back over now. I'm just going to head out of this settings area and come back to our conversation AI, and let's go into the edit section of Sam. So here under Sam, you'll see that we've got it on suggestive still. But the other part of the training, oh, where is it? Let me just, that's because I've got to go to the knowledge base. So once we have set up the basic, and I said to you, we're going to head to knowledge base. So here we go. Under settings, under the conversation AI area, you'll see knowledge base. And here is where you can create the knowledge base on how they can answer questions. So if we click create knowledge base, you can give it a name and a description, but let me take you into ours and show you what we've done to create our knowledge base for Samantha. So here you'll see you've got a web crawler, and you can add in all the links. And as you can see, we have like 150 or 170 different pages that have information about OmniSam that I've trained it with. Now, if you don't have an FAQs section, still share with it your website, blog posts, anything that is relevant. But the fabulous part is this one here. Next to web crawler, you'll see the FAQ button. And I've put in 48 different FAQs. And as you start replying to people and using this conversational AI, what you're going to find is questions are going to pop up that the bot doesn't know an answer to, and you just come in here and add the question. The best place to get started is just use ChatGPT. Most of you have probably already programmed ChatGPT with a lot of information about your niche, your business, and what it is you do. And ask ChatGPT, give me a list of 50 frequently asked questions that people might ask about, insert the name of your program or your business. And then when you create these, so can I use OmniSam, for example, here, can I use OmniSam to send SMS and emails? And you can add the response. Yes, you can send automated or manual SMS, emails, and voicemail drops from your account. What's included in my current plan? Can you check if a lead replied to an email? So here is where you will add the source either via website addresses, FAQs. Now, the upload button is here at the moment, but at the time of this recording on the 17th of June, 2025, the developers are still working on being able to upload physical, or not really physical, but like Word documents and PDF documents. But that is coming very, very soon. So this knowledge base, this is where you will start to program or train really your AI to be able to answer these questions. Then when you come back to your AI, and I'd spent a little bit more time setting this up and testing it, then you can let it loose on the world. So if you would like to test Samantha, she is actually the live chat widget that is inside of OmniSam. So you can have a little chat with her there. And as you program out your AI, start it on suggestive, start asking it questions, make sure that it's replying how you want to. What I'll say is when you upload the FAQs and you also upload all the web crawler stuff, I do find it takes a little bit of time for the AI to start to actually use those resources. I noticed it was about 24 hours before I was getting really consistent answers. So keep testing it and trying it. And just remember, and I guess this is something that I want to kind of put into early responses of the AIs, kind of make it a bit fun and quirky, but your AI is programmed by a human, right? And the humans, we are not perfect. And therefore, the AI is not perfect because it's trained from us, these imperfect humans that we are. Okay, so just know that it is a work in progress. Over time, you will just add more and more FAQs. But eventually, the thing's going to be able to do all of these things that a human doesn't need to do. Now, this being said, you know that we're automation and AI with heart here at OmniSam. Because you're using AI, that does not mean that you don't need to still talk to people, right? You still will need to talk to people. The AI is just there to save you time. It filters out a lot of spam. So if you get spam messages coming in from people, it will filter those out. It will direct them through to a human only when necessary, and it cannot answer the information. If you test, and we'll be showing you this next week, we've trained a voice AI. It will also qualify and verify people, and then it will call you, the human, to take over the conversation when needed. But we'll get more into that next week when we start looking at your reception team for the OmniTEAMS AI Challenge. So, what we've covered today is the conversational AI, the one with the typed words, right? So your Instagram DMs, your Facebook Messenger, SMS, chat widgets, live chat, and WhatsApp. So tell me in the chat, which will be the first one that you activate? Will it be Instagram? Will it be SMS? Will it be Facebook? Will it be DMs? Drop it in the chat and let me know which will be the first one that you turn on. All right, so your next steps is to train your AI bot. So what I would like you to do is head into the knowledge base section, which is under settings, and then you go to knowledge base in the left-hand menu. I want you to add any public URLs. So for example, help documents, FAQs, blog posts, your website, okay? Add those URLs in. It'll tell you that it's downloading them and getting them ready. Then the second thing I want you to do is start to enter some Q&As, at least, let's say 9 different frequently asked questions that you can answer. Then do the configuration by setting up the conversational AI. So begin with the knowledge base, then head to conversation AI and turn on a general support bot. So it'll answer your FAQs and your inquiries. Now, if you want to take it that step further, link it to a calendar booking system and the AI will book it based on the responses if needed. Make sure that when you've set this up that you do talk to your bot, okay? Start training it. Talk to it via the different channels. I jumped on using my husband's account and I've jumped on using other family and friends' accounts, right? And then as you're training it, you will see a little thumbs up or a thumbs down button. And that one is going to help you to fine tune those responses. So as you're training it, make sure to use that thumbs up or thumbs down button for those responses. So which channel are you going to activate first? SMS, Messenger, Instagram, even a web chat if you've got a little chat widget on your website. All right, so that is your GSD task for this week, to turn on your conversation AI and give it a name. And once you've turned it on and given it a name, make sure that you head over to the GSD by OmniTEAMS community group and let us know, what is your OmniBot's name? Right now, enable it for at least one communication channel and continue training it, and make sure you add, I think I said 9 different FAQs or Q&A entries in there, along with any URLs that you can do. And a little bonus was to turn on the booking intent if you want to. So if you're going to follow through and turn this little beauty on, comment below that you're going to turn on the bot and let us know, and we'll be checking in with you to see how you went with that. Now, if you are one of our done for you clients and this is something you're interested in and you would like us to help you get that set up, feel free to reach out to the team. We can go through with you and look at all your resources and help you decide what to do, or we can just do it for you. All right, so as we wrap up today, you've discovered how you can use OmniTEAMS Conversation AI for your conversations team, right? You've learned how to train your AI and it'll talk like you by using your brand voice. Go back to last week's episode if you missed that one. And you can connect it to SMS, Messenger, even your web chats and WhatsApps. And you've also learned how to give your business instant response communication system, because we're all about saving you time, but also speed to lead and the fortunes in the follow-up. So if your bot can handle that for you while you're sleeping, it does make life so much easier. So that's the end of week 2, our AI communications team. but that's just the beginning. We've still got a couple more things to go. So don't forget our winter price freeze, where you can activate your AI employee today inside of OmniSam, free for 30 days. And you just jump into your account, and it's the first thing that pops up in your account at the moment due to that promotion. Or if you need any help, just reach out to us at support@omnisam.com.au for help. Make sure you do join the GSD by OmniSam community and let us know how you're going with your AI bot. And I always love to hear the names that you get. Now, if you're here and you've made it to the end and you're a replay viewer, just comment below replay squad so we know you've shown up and made it to the end, and let us know what is your biggest takeaway from this week. Now, next week, we're going to be building your reception team. Yep, that comes complete with a voice AI. Also, missed call text backs and appointment reminders. So make sure you do join us for next week. We're going to teach you how to train a voice AI for you, or build out your reception team. So let's keep the momentum going, keep automating, and as always, make sure you get at least one income producing activity done each and every day. Now, before we head off, as always, I'm going to head on over to some of the VIPs and ask them what was your key takeaway from today. So let's see who I can see in the room right now. Chris has joined us. Hey, Chris. How are you? Let me find you. Where's my little window gone? Where is it gone? Here it is. There is Chris. Hey, Chris, just start talking. You should come on, hopefully.
Hello, Sally and everybody.
Hey, Chris. So, what's your key takeaway from today?
Just how easy it kind of seems to do it. So, I mean, obviously, a little bit of background work you've got to put in there, but once it's set up, it looks like it could be a real asset. My question for myself, of course, is that where I need to focus right now, or is there sort of other things I need to do first? So that's a personal question, but I have just gone and done my brand voice that I was trying to catch up from last week. So that's done at least. So
look at you taking. I love that. Fabulous. Sarah's in the room. Hey, Sarah, what's your key takeaway from today? I'll just find you over here. There she is. Sarah, come on up.
Hey, Sally.
Hey.
Hey, Chris. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Sarah.
So me being me, fabulous ADHD brain, I've already plugged in, 50 questions. Give me 50 FAQs about my website.
Love that. That's great. So that's how I started trading hours was, it already had my ChatGPT has enough information because I'm always talking to it about business.
Yeah.
So well done.
Yeah.
There you go. Key takeaway 1 and action taking, both you and Chris. Such fabulous action taking. That makes me so, so happy. Maria, I think you came in a little late, but did you want to share a key takeaway? Yeah, let me just find you over here on my little window.
Yes. Hi.
Hi, Maria. How are you?
And Sarah. Yeah, good, thank you. Look, I know I thought it was 10 o'clock my time, but obviously I got it wrong. It sounds very interesting. I'm only here to know what else I can learn. And yeah, then I have to get the help to help me further. So I might have to listen to the replay. Okay.
No worries, yeah. That's why Maria's here, because we do the tech. So Maria can do more of her amazingness out there in the world. All right. Well, as always, we only bring up 3 people. Thank you, Chris, Sarah, and Maria, and everybody else in the Zoom room. Just hang in because we'll be going dark and doing our Q&A here. I'll be hanging in for a little while with you, answering any strategy questions that you may have. But to everyone out there on the live stream, keep tuning in each week as we continue to focus in on OmniTEAMS, your AI challenge for this month. So far, we've built your content team. We've now built your conversations team. And next week, we're moving into your receptionist team with voice AI. All right, I'll see you all next week. Never let anyone dull your sparkle, and have a good one, guys. Bye for now.
been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art.